Hello there everybody, Sam'sTrains here, welcome back to the railway and welcome to another live stream. Very unfortunately this is the last of the series that I'm doing, so next week there will be no live stream, which I will be super disappointed about, and I will miss it actually because it is literally the highlight of my week when I'm doing these live streams. However, having said that, it is going to be Christmas obviously after that, so there's no way I'm going to be too upset about it, and I hope of course all of you guys are excited for Christmas. As you can probably tell by this horrendous Christmas jumper that I'm wearing, today's episode is going to be a Christmas special, so we're going to be doing all things Christmassy and we'll get started on that in just a second. First of all though, if you've got a Christmas jumper in your possession and it's as bad as mine, go and get it and we'll all wear it together. Thank you very much Katusov, very kind of you. That was the first super chat of the stream, thank you very much. And also the Ugly Duckman donated a little while ago, so thank you very much to you. So we'll start off then with a few shout outs, and I'll be saying hello to people in the chat, so if there's anything you want to say or if you just want to shout out, just let me know and we will do that. Nice jumper, says Pascan's Railway. Thank you very much. You know, it's the only time of year where you can get away with something like this. Is this the one with, yes, he's even got glitter on his nose. Yes, very interesting. So yeah, I thought I might as well put that on today. Last year I went with the Santa's hat as well, but I thought that was going a little bit over the top, and I had a quick look at last year's stream and I looked at a bit of a wally in it, so I decided not to do that this year. But you've got the jumper, so there you go. And loads of people are saying nice jumper. Daniel Annett says lol, nice jumper Sam. Thank you very much. I'll try not to take that insincerely, let's say. Hey Sam, says MadGamer141. Hello to Callum Porter. I'm wearing an Xmas jumper, says George Young. Glad to hear that. Shining Time 4. Blimey, thank you very much. What did you ask for? Can we have a red coaches hauled by a class 29 and a class 35 double heading? You absolutely can. Thank you very, very much for the very kind donation, and yes, I will certainly do that for you. Oh, Edward the Rad. Hello, I've changed my YouTube, but I will but the austerity. Ah, okay, thank you, and thank you very much for the super chat. I'll try and remember that it's you. And AZ Rail, I don't know if you popped up on the screen there. Did he? I don't seem to. Oh, there we go. Seriously, is there somebody sort of inside this computer pressing a button at the wrong moment? Because sometimes it comes through and I'm not ready for it, and then I wait, and as soon as I move on to something else, it pops through. Yeah, that's ridiculous how that happens. But AZ Rail, thank you very much. He says, Merry Christmas all. Thank you very much. And, oh, Edward the Rad again. What's happening now? I saw that. So it's coming in through a different order now. Okay, interesting. Somebody is definitely messing with me on the Twitch server. Twitch server? Super chat server. What am I on about? And the Imperial Diamond Spinosaurus, that one came through straight away. He says, hello Sam, Merry Christmas. My birthday is in 5 days. Wow, you've got a birthday super close to Christmas. That's very awesome. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? You kind of have all of your celebrations in one go that way, don't you? But on top of that then, I guess it's a super big celebration. So yeah, let me know, is that a good thing or a bad thing to have your birthday so close to Christmas? Either way, I hope you have a wonderful time, and I'm sure it will be great. Merry Christmas, says James Smith Studios. Merry Christmas to you too. It's getting close now, isn't it? Really getting close. I can't believe how close we're getting and how quickly it's coming too. It's pretty crazy. Giovanni Vega says, Sam, you're awesome. I wouldn't go that far, but thank you very, very much. Please shout me out, says Milo McQuillan. There you go. Glad I spotted that. Can I see the Christmas train set, please, says Jason and Thomas. Yes, I will be running some Christmas trains later on today. James Smith Studios, there you go, you got your shout out. Sam's Trains, I have a quick question. What is your New Year's resolution, says Jackamus Prime _50. Ooh, that's an interesting point. You know, I'm not really one of those people that thinks too much about New Year's resolutions. I don't know if I've ever done one. I suppose if I was to do one, it would be something food related, you know, give up chocolate or something like that, but to be honest with you, I'm not really sure I want to, really. You don't get very many pleasures in life, do you? And chocolate is one of the biggest ones. So yeah, I don't know whether I really want to give food up or something like that. Obviously you can't give food up, but you know what I mean. SDJR7F88 says Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, Callum, and everyone head over to the SDJR7F88's channel after this stream, because he's doing a premiere of something very exciting, and I won't say any more about that right now, but if you want to find out what it is, check that out later on. Blimey, we're getting a lot of super chats today, folks. Thank you so much. Steam Traction Spotter says, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. That's interesting. A celebration of cress, apparently. No, he did say Christmas, I just read it wrong. He says, Merry Christmas. Can we have some green coaches pulled by a merchant navy? Yes, what a lovely idea that is. Thank you so much for the kind support. And yes, I will certainly do that. And there we go, better late than never. Thank you, Bullman, for reminding us. Yeah, there we go. That was the one I just read out. Right, Merry Christmas, Sam. I'm getting myself a Q6 early emblem, says MadGamer141. Is that for Christmas? Wow, that is fantastic. I would love to unwrap one of those underneath the Christmas tree, even though I've already got one. You know, it's just one of those things that is lovely. Oh, I like this New Year's resolution. Milo McQuillan says, my New Year's resolution is to collect more track. I do like that. I think, yes, to a resolution to buy more model railway stuff is always a good resolution. I think that'll be mine. Let's say, let's try and buy at least 10 new locos before the summer. There we go. Oh, what a bad idea that is. Jason and Thomas says, hey, do you remember me from my Q&A? Yes, did I join that Q&A? I think I did. I seem to remember asking you a question. Merry Christmas, Sam, says J Tate Videos. And one more, GWR5764 says, hi, Sam, I've been watching... sorry, I have a question. Is it just me or do you love watching the wheels of GWR 280s? The 2800 class, you mean? Yes, very much so. Edward the Rad donated $2. Thank you so much. Can you run a T9 with a high-speed express? I can certainly look into that. Thank you very much for the idea. And thank you very much for the super chat as well. And yes, I certainly do enjoy watching the wheels on Great Western 280s. Right, so more shout outs in a little while. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you for everyone who's come to watch. I do love having you all here. I thought I would start off before we get into the Christmas spirit, which we will be doing today, by the way. I thought I would do a huge thank you to all of last week's super chats. So here's everybody who sent a tip last week. We have Shining Time 4, Gosley Dale RTC, Lego Master 365, The Ugly Duckman, AZ Rail, Zombie 646, Steam Traction Spotter, haven't missed anybody, have I? No, I haven't. Fort Miner 56, Map the Dragon, Andrew James, Quintin Barnhart, Charles Curtis, Tom K, William Town, Trainfan 28, Lewis Hughes, Neoplays, Ollyturf 26, and Edwards Branchline Productions. So thank you all very, very much for the massive support. Of course, you all entered in for Boris last week, and Boris, by the way, is entering his very last day here on the railway, because later on today, Boris is going to be given away. Aren't you, Boris? So this is his last night on the railway. So there's a bit of good and bad in that. Obviously, bad news is he doesn't get to stay here anymore. But the good news is, before very long, he's going to be in his brand new home. So that's very exciting for him. And whoever wins Boris, of course, is going to get this certificate as well to say that you've got an official Bullman, I suppose, number 3 of 10. And you can still enter for him today. There's about 40, let's see, about 40 odd minutes left to still enter. So if you want to, all you have to do is go down to the chat. There's a little $sign, and you send a super chat of any amount. Anything you can spare will be a massive help to this channel. It'll keep me going, keep me in business, keep me buying new locos to show, and keeping me making new videos. So anybody that chooses to support in that way, thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate it. And basically what I've done is, everybody that's donated in the entire series so far, and by the way, if you have already donated, you can enter again today. It doesn't matter, you can have another entry. Oh, Mayo Hosco's Lego with Spider-Man and Elsa 2 donated. Oh, hang on, can't see the message. It's cut off on the bottom of the screen. Let's see if I can find it. He says, hey Sam, best of luck for everyone regarding Bullman. I would love to see Mallard pulling some American box fans. Thank you for the live stream, Sam. And thank you so much for the support, Mayo. Thank you very much. And yes, I will definitely do that for you. Anyway, you might be wondering, if you didn't see my last series of live streams, you might be wondering what this ridiculous object is. Well, I think it's a tin of some sort. What did it have inside it? It had a sorted toffee inside it originally, but I'm using it as a bit of a hat to pull out people's names. So inside here I've got everybody's name that's already sent a super chat on little slips of paper, and I did leave inside here, where is it? Here it is. And I left this a little wodge of empty notes, and basically during the break I'm going to write everybody's name from today and put those into the hat, if you like. Do we call it a hat? I'm not going to try and wear it, but they'll all go into there anyway. And we've got another chuff, MDH Games, blimey, Bod Mark. Hey Sam, can you run the 7F with Campac? Yes, okay, as my mod you can have a free request there, but thank you very much, Mark, for that, and you are of course entered for Boris here. So yeah, of course, and Mr. Tita Revel once again, can I see Evening Star or a 9F with GWR coaches? Yeah, you sure can. If you want to send $5 or more, anybody, or £5 or more or anything like that, you can have a request done. And once again, anybody that does that is going to be supporting the channel massively. William Town, blimey, there's a lot coming through today. Can you please run a green SECRP class? Oh, I do love those. just before that disappears from the screen, with 1 4-wheeled coach, 1 box wagon, 2 ocean wagons, and a brake van, please. Right, that's some complicated instructions. I will do my best to follow those. Once again, William, thank you very much for that. I do appreciate it. And as always, you are entered, or you will be entered, once we get through the break, to enter Boris. So good luck. Right. Hey, I'm doing well, aren't I? Because last week I couldn't get through 10 minutes without coughing, and it went on for quite a while. It was perhaps Wednesday and I was still coughing, but luckily I'm over it now. So yes, your ears are safe today. And Edward the Rad once again says, being nice, Merry Christmas, Sam. Oh, that is nice. Thank you so much, Edward the Rad. I do appreciate your support. And yes, if you didn't entered already, you are now entered for Bullman. Right, let's see. So I've already talked about the requests, and I will be making lots of time for requests today, so hopefully we can get through them all. Hopefully we can. Logan R. Oh, thank you very much, Logan. That's very kind of you. Let's see what he's put. He says, Merry Christmas, Sammy. Saw your review of the Percy and the Mail train set, and I found it pretty cool, so I went on Hattons and bought it. Currently I have currently I have it set up around our tree, and it looks great. Oh, fantastic. I do love it when people put train sets around their trees. Yeah, it looks fantastic. I shouldn't have said that, should I? I've gone and coughed now. But yeah, trains around the tree is always fantastic. I saw on Facebook somebody's got trains inside their Christmas tree, which is pretty incredible. So yeah, that's that. Right, so I also wanted to say also a massive welcome to all of my new members, my new engineers who have joined the membership, and there is a little join button down there if you want to do that. So new members are Jad and 247, Joe Kennedy, Christopher Tallis, Lakota Theroff, and Jacob Train. And also Mr. Tita Revel's birthday is today, so I thought I'd better give him a bit of a shout out. But today's a really, really good day to join and become one of the members, because tomorrow is going to be my exclusive members only live stream for December. So if you remember, by this time tomorrow, or in fact by 3 o'clock tomorrow, you get to join that and be a part of the exclusive live stream. So that's pretty cool. You also get the badges next to your name and the emojis, and you get early access to all of my videos. You get to see them before everybody else. You also get a free request in all of the series of streams and that. So you know the drill, it's quite fun, and I do a lot of behind the scenes stuff as well, so if you fancy that, feel free to become a member. And also, once again, thank you in advance for supporting the channel so much. Okay, so with all that stuff out of the way, I'm going to have another drink so that I don't cough straight into the microphone again. Yeah, the coughing has been fine, but I think now that I'm using my voice a lot, it might aggravate things again. But what can I do? There's nothing I can really do. So let's talk Christmas then. So last week I put out my Santa's Big Challenge video, my little animated story. And thank you very much to everybody, by the way, who sent some lovely feedback on that. I've really, really loved reading all of the comments on that, and people seem to really enjoy it. So thank you all for that. If you haven't already seen it, I'm going to show you a few little clips from it. So here we go. Hope you enjoy them. This is a little clip from Santa's Big Challenge.
Ho, 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 where's my little Christmas engine?
Boomed Santa's voice over the hills. He's looking for me, thought Bullman, and off he went.
There he is. Ho, ho, ho.
But Santa wasn't talking to Bullman. He was talking to Gregsby.
Oh, Bullman, what a noise! What's the matter with you today?
Said Bullman, as if Santa didn't know.
So there you go, just a little bit of Santa's Big Challenge, and again that's available on my YouTube homepage, so you can go and watch that in full if you'd like to. It's a load of nonsense really, let's be honest, but it was a lot of fun to make, so hopefully you guys enjoyed watching it, and from the comments people seem to, so once again thank you very much for all of that. Now what I thought I would do is, since all of those engines that run in Santa's Big Challenge in my other Christmas videos and things are basically little celebrities on my layout, I thought I would bring them into the live stream and let them run for you here today. So here we go. They're not actually in the normal place. As you can see, the front of the layout is completely bare, but I have set them up in the countryside because it's a little bit more scenic. So what we've got here is, on the outside line, of course, we've got Gregsby, the ugly tank engine, double heading with Bullman. Now you'll notice if you look there, pardon me, they've only got three coaches. In the video they actually hold quite a lot more than those 3 coaches. However, that was a little bit of a trick because Gregsby the 040 isn't actually strong enough to haul any more than 3 coaches, plus the little presents on the back, of course. And in the video I had to put a secret banker on the back, but cut it out so that nobody saw it on the video. So just to make sure Gregsby doesn't end up derailing or wheel slipping or anything like that, I've put some coaches on. I've put fewer coaches on, just so that he gets around around okay. Now on the middle line we have a celebrity engine from other years of the Christmas train. Now this is a particular engine that hasn't appeared in this year's Christmas train, but it did appear in them for many years, and a lot of people associate Lord Westwood, that's the name, that red engine. Let me point him out just in case you're not sure. I suppose it's quite obvious. This one, he is my Christmas engine of many years, and he has actually got, or she I should say, a train of confectionery. So I'm not going to say what he's got. You can watch him run around and see if you can name all of the items on this train. But it's a little bit of a Christmas food train, and hopefully you'll enjoy seeing that. I'm a bit worried about crumbs going everywhere, but hopefully it will be okay. And then, of course, on the inside line we have Percy, the green engine, with a bit of a mail train. And, of course, he's running because he appeared in the Santa's Big Challenge video as well. So it was only a little cameo role, but I thought, well, since he was in it, he might as well run it as well. So here we go then. Let's start Percy first. Go on, Percy. Oh, going the wrong way. Once again, I try to set these engines up so they always go in the right direction to start with, but somehow or other it always seems to go wrong. I'm not sure how that happened. Okay, here we go with Lord Westwood then. I'm going to get him past the camera nice and slow so that you can see all of the different foods and things going by. So look at that, that is quite something, and I'm hoping and praying that it gets underneath the bookcase without derailing. So I'll start up Gregsby there, and we will head over to the other camera, and please cross your fingers that none of this stuff derails when it hits the underside of the bookcase. Ooh, I heard something scratch, but I think, fingers crossed, I think we're okay. Okay, let's see how this goes then. Let's have a little running session with the Christmas trains, and blimey, Bullman and Gregsby are flying along, aren't they? So there you go, hopefully you like the confection train. You can see we've got cookies and things on there, which look all weird on that camera. Wow, that was strange. Right, we're going to have to wait for this to do another lap, because all of the cookies on that train sort of had this wobbly effect on them. And as you can see on this camera, they are round cookies, but they looked... that was really strange. Did anybody else notice that, or was it just me? That was bizarre. That really weird. Right, where's Percy? I've realised that we've neglected to look at Percy. Right, he should be appearing here any second past the food train. Look, so you see the cookies, right? They are clearly round cookies. This is like not an interesting phenomenon or anything, but it is very weird. I didn't realise this was going to happen. So just look at the way those cookies look on this camera. That's really fascinating. I don't know why I'm so interested by that. That's weird though. Right. Here we go, Lord Westwood. Right, if we switch to this camera now, look at those cookies. Ooh, that is so weird. And when they go around the curve, they like wobble. Edward the Rad, oh, thank you very much. Sam, what remote do you have? Remote? I suppose you mean controller, and there they are at the top corner there. These are the Hornby HM2000 controllers. I can basically recommend them, they are very good. They're not 100% brilliant for cordless locomotives, so a lot of the DJM stuff and some of the DAPOL stuff won't be great on those. But apart from that, it all seems to be fine, more or less. So yeah, it's a good controller, that's the HM2000. And by the way, thank you very, very much, Edward the Rad. You've been very, very generous today, and I do really appreciate it. And let's have another quick look at Bullman and Gregsby then. There they go, delivering their presents. And of course they'll be together again on Christmas Eve in order to deliver Santa's Christmas train. Hopefully the Christmas magic will mean that Gregsby and Bullman can haul a little bit more. That would certainly be nice. Where's Lord Westwood? Let's have one more look at those wobbly cookies and then we'll bring this lot to a stop. Oh, no, wrong button. Sorry about that, you must be feeling a bit dizzy after all this. There we go, that is really strange. Yeah, it must be to do with the interlacing on the camera, but yeah, that is interesting. Okay, let's bring these to a stop then. Percy, well done, you've just been chugging along on your own quite nicely. And there we go, there is Gregsby and Bullman. So let's just have a look, shall we? I'm going to unpack this chocolates train, and it's going to be difficult for me not to eat any of this. But I'm not going to eat into the microphone because that would be gross. So we've got double deckers. I suppose for American people and things this might be quite interesting because we have different chocolate bars. Double deckers and Kit Kats. I bet even the American people have heard of Kit Kats. Another double decker there, Boost. That's an old favourite, good old Boosts. Then we've got traditional Christmas cookies, and I'm not going to try and lift those out because that's going to make a mess. But I don't know what brand these are, but they're quite nice. I'm just going to take these out of here because obviously I want them out of the way for later on, but I'm trying not to make crumbs everywhere. In fact, this was probably probably a very bad idea for a live stream, having crummy biscuits and things out on the lane, because I don't know really how well biscuits are going to react with a loco mechanism if crumbs get inside. So I'm being super careful. And here's a little trick that I did. I was so concerned about these ginger biscuits here fitting underneath the passenger footbridge and things that I just broke the bottom off. I very much didn't bite them. I mean, it kind of looks like I did bite them, but I broke the bottoms off so that they'd sit in the the wagons without tickling the top of the passenger footbridge. So that's that. And then, of course, one of Britain's favourite biscuits, I always find, they are beautiful things, are these gold bars. Let me show you. Absolutely love these things. Christmas wouldn't be the same without them. It's like a chocolate biscuit, but it's got this golden chocolate on it, which is absolutely lovely. Some people don't like gold bars, which I find crazy. But yeah, personally, I do like gold bars. I think they're lovely things. And that was a whistle. Let me go and see who that was before I miss it. Quick. It was... Ooh, blimey. Have fun trying to pronounce that. Right, let's try. Waffentrager off E100. I do apologise because I almost certainly said that wrong. Thank you very, very much for that generous super chat. Thank you, I do appreciate it. And of course, you two will be entered to win Bullman, or Boris. I shouldn't really call him Bullman. He has got a name and it is Boris. So there we go. I will clear off the rest of those trains in just a second and we'll get the requests running. But for now, let's have another chat. Let's move on and let's see what's going on in the chat. All right. So, I know Kit Kat, says Ian Hayes. Ah, excellent, yes. Kit Kat's very, very popular, at least over here in the UK. Is it popular overseas? I'm not absolutely sure about that. I would imagine so, though. I think it's a worldwide brand. I'm not 100% sure. Crafty Theo 10 says, hello to you. There's a little shout out. Do you like German engines? Do you know any, says Shock Trooper. I've seen pictures of German engines, and I have liked what I've seen. But I've never really found out very much about them. But if you can recommend any good German engines, especially models, I'll certainly look into them and maybe try and get some. Alfie Hulme says, Sam, can you shout out my name? So there we go. Yes, of course I can. Nina Clark says hi. James Burgehoys says hi. Once again, sorry for the pronunciations. I am terrible with pronouncing names. Gert Jurians, yes, he says. I don't know why I chose to read that out. I seem to gravitate towards the names that are difficult to say. You made me hungry, said William Town. Sorry about that. I'm very hungry too now as well. Yeah, bad idea actually having chocolate bars on the railway, but it's Christmas, so you have to do these strange things, don't you? Freddie Fazbear 11111 says, I know gold bars. That's very cool. Where are you from then? Are you not from the UK? Perhaps gold bars are worldwide as well, maybe. BR24 is nice, says Gert Jurians. Is that so? I'm not really sure. I'm familiar with that. I would donate, but I'm too young, says Milo McQuillian. That's absolutely fine. Just having you here to watch is more than enough. That's all you need to do. That's more than enough support for me. So thank you very much just for being here. I should say that really every time. I like the Christmas jumper, says Fuzzy Boy. Yes, I quite like it too as well, actually. I mean, I couldn't really wear it proudly in public, I don't think. I suppose I might dare to if it was super close to Christmas. But I think on stream, I might as well just get away with it. Okay, let's see what I wanted to talk about. Yes, here we go. What I wanted to say, let's see here, I wanted to ask what everybody is asking Santa for, because it's going to be interesting, isn't it, to find out what people fancy in the model railways hobby. Or it doesn't have to be part of the hobby. You can tell me what you're asking for, whether it's a toy or anything really. So let's hear. Obviously, I do sort of know Santa. If you're a kid, you might know this. He does pop over onto this layout once or twice every year. I don't know if you could see him out there. He's not been for a few days, but obviously he was over here to film. Oh. There we go, Waffentrager, oh blimey again. Hello Sam, let me try and read what he said. Sorry, I'll carry on with that sentence in a second. Hello Sam, it's me Harvey01. My request is for you to run a TTS Sound King class with any rolling stock. Okay, I will try that, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that, that is very, very kind of you. And yes, I will try to do that. I'll hook up my DCC Select and give that a try. So yeah, as I was saying, Santa does drop into the layout once in a while to film the Christmas videos and things, as you've seen. So yes, share what you're asking Santa for, and I'll put in a good word. So let's see. Oh, SNDJR7F88 is asking for a soldering iron. Yes. he was mentioning that he's looking to learn to solder, and obviously soldering is an invaluable skill if you've got to model railway. It makes things easier and you'll save a lot of money rather than having to buy connectors and things. I assume that's probably the idea. Obviously if you're too young to solder, don't try. Right, a DCC Sound Oxford Rail Dean Goods, says Daniel Cooper. Wow, that's awesome. By the way, check Rails of Sheffield if you want one of those. Today they have them for less than £150. Let's see. Oh, Edward the Rad, once again, blimey, you're being kind. You should get a US diesel set from Bachmann. Also, Merry Christmas. Oh, thank you. Merry Christmas to you too, and I will look at the Bachmann diesel sets, US diesel sets. Thank you. Yes, I'll look at those. Taggart 00 is asking for a La France H1 class by Bachmann. Oh, that's fantastic. Man, imagine getting one of those under the Christmas tree. That would be fantastic. Nina Clark, an HO Amtrak. I suppose, is that Amtrak or is Amtrak a thing? I'm not too sure. Who believes in Santa? Personally, I don't, says Niall R707. That's a bit of a risk, isn't it? Blimey. What happens to you Christmas morning then? Ooh, that's risky. You shouldn't say things like that. I've asked for a new diesel loco, says Shining Time 4. That's very nice, very, very nice. Always love a good diesel. Oh, Mallard the Duck, my birthday is 3 days from Christmas. Mind you get a lot of this, don't you? People getting born near Christmas. It must be like an overload of celebrations, mustn't it? You must be getting a lot of food. Maybe if you're lucky, a lot of presents, but also a lot of good fun and family time, I imagine. So that's awesome. Oh, Sandwell Junction says a class 90 would be rather nice. I'm seeing there's a lot of diesel. Yeah, there's a lot of people asking for diesels and things. Oh no, we've got Daniel Cooper says a J36 Maud with TTS sound. Oh, blimey, yes, they're wonderful. It doesn't look like they're going to be here before Christmas now, does it? But yeah, that would be fantastic. Alfie Holmes says, I believe in Santa. Well, me too. That makes at least two of us. Let's hope everybody else does, otherwise they might be disappointed come Christmas Day. Mallard the Duck says a Hatton's P-Class. Oh, now that is a good choice. I'm going to be running those, or at least one of them, later on. They are really wonderful things. I'm late for this important date. Hi Sam, says Maroos1. No problem. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And, oh blimey, Wooden Train Productions, I don't know whether this is true, he says he's getting a real Q1. You're getting a real Q1, blimey. Well, good luck with that. I think there is only one in existence, so you'll be... I don't know, there'll be a lot of jealous people if that is true, but I wish you good luck with it. Oh, James Burgeboys, oh, blimey, Burge, how do we say it, James? How do we say your second name? We'll call him James B, just to avoid embarrassment. He's getting a camera, which is very cool. I hope you enjoy your camera. You can start a YouTube channel with a camera. Oops, stay where you are, Boris, stay where you are. Oh, what was that? Oh, Waffen Traeger again, blimey, I'm asking for a Bachmann Class 25. Oh, those are very good. I've got a Bachmann Class 25. Did I ever review that one? Yes, I think I probably did. They are wonderful things, though. Very, very good runners, I should say. Sam, why don't you tell stories more often? You have, you have a real talent and my kids really love it, says Jordan MUFC66. Thank you so much for that. That is very, very kind of you. The problem with the stories is I love doing them as well, by the way, but the problem is they just take so long, especially if they involve animation, which they usually do. So yeah, they take a very long time, so I basically don't have the time to do them often. But I try to do at least one a year, and I think I did 2 this year. So we're doing quite well. We're doing quite well. But yeah, I really enjoy them too, and I'm glad you do as well. Thank you very much. Fantastic. Oh, Harry Hedges is asking for a Garrett. Blimey, that's quite an order to fill, isn't it? Blimey, I'd love to get a Garrett. Maybe I will when Hattons get the new Helgen ones in. Maybe I will. It's a lot of money to spend, but yeah, it is tempting. It is tempting. So wonderful. A massive variety of things people are asking for Christmas, so that is absolutely fantastic. Okay, so let's have a look then at some Wall of Fame stuff. People have been sending me loads and loads of photos for the last episode, so thank you all for those. There's drawings, there's layouts, there's photographs, there's Christmas trees, there's all sorts to look at today, so here we go. As always, if you want to get a photo up on the Wall of Fame, you can do. There's the Wall of Fame. You can just email it to me at samstrains@outlook.com and I'll print it out and put it up. It will be a while now before I do any more. I do tend to save them for the live stream so that I can show all of them on a live stream. But you can do it whenever, and I will save it until my next series of live streams. But here we go. We have Map the Dragon with Bluebell, the Hatton's SECRP class, which is absolutely lovely, and he's been very creative here and put it into black and white, and it looks like there's a man on the track there. I hope he moves out the way before the engine comes, or before the engine leaves. But yeah, that's fantastic. So thank you for that, Map. Now this is quite interesting. There you are, Dax M. We've got the Hornby Gordon there. Is it the Hornby one? No, I think that's the Bachmann Gordon at a look. I'm not 100% sure, but that looks like the Bachmann one. And then he's got some larger scale locomotives. We've got what looks like O gauge there, and possibly even some G scale stuff over there. So that's very cool. Gordon looks a bit out of his depth among those, doesn't he? But I'm sure it's all good fun. And also, it looks as though Gordon is missing his face as well, which is a bit concerning. I don't know whether Gordon would be very comfortable with that or not, not having a face. But I suppose he must be all right if he's out on the line. Now, I really enjoyed this one. This was from Robert L. Not only has he got a circuit of track underneath his Christmas tree, but as you can see, he's got 2 lines running, loads and loads of rolling stock, and he's even got a little bit of scenery I can see. It looks like some pylons in the background, and I suppose that bush in the background. Where is it? There it is. There. That I suppose might look like an extra tree or something like that, a little bit of scenery. So yeah, that is very cool. Extra points there for putting such an elaborate track setup underneath the Christmas tree. Dom sent in this, let's see if I can figure out what it is. Looks like a Manor class. Absolutely love Manor classes. Absolutely awesome. Thank you very much, Dom, for sending that in, and I love all the smoke billowing around it as well. That's awesome. So there we go, a Manor class. Always love it when I get pictures of Great Western locos. Now, Deku NZC has sent in this. He has got some little, what look like wooden trains in the foreground, but we've got an American steamer, sort of the main subject there. So thank you very much for sending that. That looks awesome. And yes, it looks as though that is around the Christmas tree as well. What do you reckon? I think that might be a Christmas tree over there. So yeah, that is great. Thank you for sending that. Gallium Gamer sent in this. This is a drawing, and I really like this one because I noticed a little detail on this. He's got the ocean wagons there hauled by this lovely red engine. So yeah, I always love it when people draw things. And let's see what else it says. NR number 5. With ocean wagons. He's written that in the clouds. So that's brilliant. Thank you very much, Gallium Gamer. That's going to go up great on the Wall of Fame. Here's a classic photo from Aidan L. It's a picture of Mallard at the NRM, I think. So thank you very much for sending that. I've got quite a few Mallard pictures. I ought to really put them all together, didn't I? And have like an area on the Wall of Fame of Mallard pictures. So that would be great. Thank you very much, Aidan, anyway. I enjoyed this one as well. This is Thomas from Benny Bop. Absolutely love this one. Thomas in a Winter Wonderland. He says actually he's making a Christmas story, so we'll have to look that up on YouTube, Benny Bop, and see if he's got that on YouTube. But either way, Thomas looks very happy to be on his Winter Wonderland layout there, so that is fantastic. Now, this is something I didn't believe when I first heard about it, but the photo is proof. So here we are. Callum D sent in this. He told me several streams ago that he was very lucky and he managed to buy a Bachmann Gordon for £5, and I said, come on, you'll have to send me a photo if you want me to believe that. So there is his Bachmann Gordon, which allegedly cost £5. I think he did tell me the story of how he got it for £5 too, but I've forgotten now. But yeah, I mean, that is monumental, isn't it? That must be the least paid ever for a Bachmann Gordon. So if anybody has paid less than that for a Bachmann Gordon, get in touch and we'll have a bit of a leaderboard going if you like. But yeah, I thought that was quite interesting. Now, let's see. We have Geraint here. Geraint, I think it is. That's how we say his name. Painted this picture for me, or drew this picture, I should say. Yeah, didn't paint it. Let's see. It says, to Sam, this is Tornado and something else. But Tornado has got a face, which you can see just there, which I really like. So to Geraint, thank you very, very much for that. I do appreciate that. Your dad sent me this morning and I saw it just in time in order to show it in the stream. So I'll get that up on the wall along with the rest of the stuff. Now, RC4WD Off-Road sent in this. It says OMAH, or Omaha, I guess, on the side of the tank, if that means anything to anybody. But yeah, a lovely American looking loco. I say American. If it doesn't look like it's British, I always say American. Whether that's true or not, I'm not absolutely sure, although it does say Union Pacific on the side of the cab, so I assume, in that case at least, I'm right in saying that's American. It looks like an 060, so very, very nice. I do like the look of that. And finally, this is quite an impressive one from Jack C. That's his collection of Hornby stuff. Yeah, I'd say it's mostly Hornby. It looks like there might be a bit of Bachmann in there as well. And I can also see what looks like a Lego ship in the top corner there, which is very, very interesting. So yeah, looks like a great collection, Jack. Love seeing collections. And as always, if you've got a collection you want to show off, do send me a picture of it and I'll show it in a stream. Yes, lots of old favourites I can see in there. There's a B12, it looks like, a little 060 from the LSWR. An 040 even. So yes, absolutely love those. That is awesome. Okay, and oh blimey, I tell you what, my voice is going a little bit. Let's see what people thought of those then. And we'll do a few more shout outs, see how people are doing. Right, Jack Plays. Oh, there we go, Jack Plays. Hi, Sam. Really useful, Edward says, cool. I'm a vegan, says Eddie Owen. Very interesting. How do you go on with a vegan? What do you eat on Christmas Day, out of interest, if you're a vegan? It's always something that's interested me. Sam, I'm going to start painting some four-wheel coaches in fictional livery, says Lewis Hughes. Wow, that would be awesome. If you did a few of them, you could put them together into a big fictional train, couldn't you? That would be great. Sam, did you like my collage I sent you on Twitter, said Mark? I don't recall seeing that, Mark. Did I respond to it? I'll have to go and look for that. Well, I apologise if I missed it, or either if I forgot about it, I suppose. But yes, I will see. Sam, are you taking on my idea for a 3-team race, says Rebel D. That is a good idea. I hadn't thought about it, but yeah, I could well do that. That's a very good idea. And Mary's one, once again, cool jumper, Sam. Well, thank you. And Rudolph, I guess, says thank you as well. Thank you very much. How are you doing, Sam, says Jack, please? Yeah, I'm doing very well, thanks. Doing a live stream is always one of my favourite things to do. So, yes, I'm very well. Thank you for asking, too. Shout out, please, says Siobhan Doyle. There you go, there's a shout out. Sam, I want the Bachmann 4575 for Christmas, says Adam Rushton. That is a good choice. I do love the 4575 by Bachmann. It's a lovely 262, so Prairie, I believe, from Bachmann. Really, really lovely locos. So, yes, I hope you get what you asked for, everybody. Okay, so last week, I was getting to this. Last week I asked for people to send in pictures of their advent calendars, and they did do, so here's a few of them now. We have this from Sonic Guru. It looks like, let's see, Hershey's advent calendar, which I know is a popular brand of chocolate over in America, so that is awesome. Good old Hershey's calendar. We also have the toy shop. Now this is from Tobin F. Now, the interesting thing about this is that these, I believe, were kits, these advent calendars, because my mum, or it might have even been my grandma, had one of these, and she had to make it herself. So yeah, we've actually got one of these as well, Tobin. Blimey. Timsy Tanker, thank you very much. He says Merry Christmas. Thank you very much. A Merry Christmas to you as well. And you will be entered to win old Boris as well. So good luck, and I hope you win him. So yes, anyway, thank you, Tobin, for sending in the toy shop. I couldn't believe it when I saw that. I've never seen another one in my life, and that's the first time I have. So thank you for that, Tobin. That was very cool. This one was amazing. What is this? This looks like a Lego calendar from Dax Mac. So thank you for sending that. I've always been intrigued by the Lego advent calendars, but I've never owned one. So I might have to try one one year and maybe open it on camera. That would be cool. But yeah, that is great. Thank you for that. And finally, we have a really cool looking one from Jason D, I believe his name is. Yes, it's a sort of wooden calendar which has the boxes which you take out. And the best thing about these is you can put anything you like inside, and then I suppose it's not so much of a surprise unless you get a parent or something to do it for you, but then you get to pick exactly what you have inside the calendar, so that is very, very cool. So thank you for those. It's always awesome to see people's advent calendars. I suppose we're getting, we're over halfway through Advent now, so a lot of it has gone, but there's still a lot of it left to come. Now, talking of advent calendars, I thought I'd better talk a little bit about some of the model railway advent calendars that we have online. So we better not really mention much about the Hornby one because it's gone to pot a little bit. They've resorted now to dad jokes instead of treats and things, which is a bit strange. I mean, who knows, maybe someone's dad has actually hacked the Hornby website and put some dad jokes in instead of the actual treats. But yeah, a bit disappointed with that, but I suppose it is all good fun. I suppose that there could be worse things in there. Can't think of what, but I'm sure there could be something worse. However, as I hinted at last week, not the manufacturers, the retailers have done a lot better. Rails of Sheffield have got a great advent calendar. To date, they have got, let's see, the Dean Goods, the Oxford Rail Dean Goods, either with the snowplow or just the plain one, but with the DCC sound for £150. The one with the snowplow is a little bit more expensive, but for a full DCC sound locomotive, I think that is incredibly good. So if you want to pick yourself one of those up, do. The best deal I've seen so far, though, is today's deal on Hattons, on the 12 Deals of Christmas, I think it's called. They've got a Bachmann train set, which contains a Bachmann 3F, all of the track, the controller, 2 wagons and brake van, so 3 pieces of rolling stock, for £94. And when you think you can't really get the 3F for, say, less than £70, that is a massive bargain. So I've actually popped a link in the description if you want to pick that up. I won't get anything for that link, but if you want to pick one up cheap for £94, I can highly recommend it, and I bought one as well myself. I promised myself I wasn't going to spend any more on model railway stuff this year, but I saw that and I thought I've got to do it. So yes, I've got another train set to review at some point next year, which should be fun. Right. Says SNDJR7F88. Keep a lookout on day number 20 on the Hornby calendar, says Callum. Oh, that will be awesome. Hopefully you haven't been written any dad jokes. Please tell me that isn't the case. We need more sort of non-dad joke content on the Hornby Advent calendar, I feel. But yes, it should be interesting, that. That's got me interested. We'll have to check that out. SG Kingley says, hi Sam, would you like me to email you some photos of a model aircraft I built? Yeah, please do. I would definitely like to see that, and yeah, be sure to do that and I'll take a look. Right, let's do some more cool stuff then. Let's get some of these requests done. So I'm going to reload up my super chats and find out what the first one was. I need to find my pen as well so I can do this. Just wait for it to load. I've already got a few requests already lined up, so I only need one more for the time being. Right, let's see. What date is it today? It's the 14th. Okay. Right, I think then the first one was Shining Time 4. There we go. Ooh, I heard a whistle. It's like playtime, isn't it? You hear a whistle, you've got to stop. Siobhan Doyle, oh, thank you very, very much. Hope you go to another train fair. Thank you very much for the super chat and the support. And yes, no doubt I will be going to another train fair. I did miss one in my local area this month, I think, but I'm broke basically at the moment, so I can't really go to another. But regardless of that, thank you very much for the tip, and you are entered for old Boris here. Oh, better not hit him with my pen. Someone's got to win that. Right, so it was Shining Time 4, wasn't it? Let's not get distracted. Can we have red coaches? Yep, you sure can. Red coaches by a 29 and a 35. Oh, you're testing me there because I might struggle to remember the 29 and the 35, or at least remember what they look like. But I will give that a try. So let's head down to the front and I'll clear off the lines and we'll get some of these requests going. And I haven't told you what the others are yet, but I have got them written down, so I will get to those. Right, let's get these engines shifted then. Let me grab my piece of paper. First things first then, we're going to move old Gregsby and Bullman out of the way, put them somewhere safe so they can watch the rest of the stream, because they do enjoy these streams, do Bullman and Gregsby, or any living engines really, especially Bullman of course. So there you go, put those to one side, take off the coaches, there we are. I tell you what, something I've never talked about before are these presents. Can you see these little presents? Now you might recognise these presents. Hey, I tell you what, this coach has just come apart again. Look at that, I nearly lost that again. I don't know what's going on with this. That is really strange. Right, not to worry, fix that another time. So yeah, as I say, these presents, you might recognise them from the Christmas train stories, and a few people were asking me what they are. So actually what's inside these, are you ready, are Lego bricks. And if you look at it, you can tell. So that's one of the long sort of double Lego bricks. That one there will be one of the half bricks, as you can see. This one I don't think was a Lego brick. I think I just wrapped up a little bit of paper or something in that one. Once again, that's one of the longer Lego bricks. This one feels like, I don't know, maybe 2 Lego bricks stacked up or something like that. I forget what they all are, but a lot of them are Lego bricks. So yeah, that's what they are. So if you want to make some fun little presents that do fit into wagons, it's good and cheap. You just get some wrapping paper, of course, and some ribbon if you want to. Wrap up a few Lego bricks or Duplo or anything really, any little construction kits you've got, any little bits and bobs, and you can make some little model presents to haul around the layout. Oh, let's go and see who that was. Thank you in advance to whoever it was. Let's have a look. Matt Ovell, oh, thank you very much. Wow, that is crazy. Thank you so much. Right, what did he say? I don't want you to be broke. Keep for next fair so you can keep making fantastic videos. Oh, thank you very much. I should say I'm not actually going broke. That was just a joke. But thank you so much for that. But yeah, it's true, I have overspent this month and last month, of course, with Wally and everything. But seriously, thank you so much for that, Matt Ovell. That is very, very good of you. I do truly appreciate it. Oh my goodness. Ugh, always sends a shiver down my spine, that one does. Railroad Trucker, thank you so much. I apologise that you got the creepy... I need to take that off, really. It's not Halloween anymore, so it doesn't make any sense. But no, thank you for that. Thank you very much. Right, I need to stop faffing about. We need to do this quick, because I understand that it isn't all that interesting watching me taking bits of rolling stock off the track. So let me get all this out of the way. Percy, thank you for your service today. It sounds like a soldier when I say things like that. Here comes Lord Westwood chuffing into view. I don't know if you heard that, but it's got the chuffing tender. And I'm not just being rude about the tender, calling it some sort of chuffing tender. It has got the chuff chuff sound effect. Very quickly then, I'll show you how that works. I know most of you know, but as you can see, there's a little bit of sandpaper there on the axle, and as it goes round, put it near my microphone. You get that chuffing. Now, away from the track, it doesn't sound realistic at all, but if we put it on the track, and I'll lean forward so you can hear it, sounds really good, doesn't it? So yeah, DCC sound before DCC sound was a thing, although of course technically speaking it's not DCC sound. Okay, so the first request I got was from one of my engineers, who gets a free request of course. So this was UP4204, who wanted to see the City class with the Lima class 52. So if you remember, that is 2 locos in what I suppose we'd call the khaki livery, and I don't recall, oh hang on, who was that? Let me go and see. Thank you very much once again. I'll tell you what, you're getting me some good exercise today. Charles Curtis, thank you so much for that. That is very, very good of you. And you too will be entered for Boris. And when we go for the break, I'm going to be writing down all of those names so that you're all entered. So yeah, we've got the City class here in the khaki livery, which I absolutely love. The smoke box door is opening a little bit, so I'll just shut that. Make sure she works all right. Oh yes. Very good run of that one. And then of course the class 52, the Western, as it's also known, in the khaki livery, or I suppose it's called the Desert Sand livery, isn't it, this one? But it's very close to the khaki livery. So yeah, it's a great idea to double head these. I don't know if anyone, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I've ever double headed these before, so that is going to be interesting. There we are. And I can't remember whether he said this or not, but I'm going to do it anyway. Obviously they need to haul something together, so I'm going to put the ambulance train coaches on. I have a feeling that's what he asked for, but if he didn't, I do apologise. But yeah, I'm going to pop these on because these are quite cool. That one's the one that goes at the end. There we are. I'm not really paying attention to whether they're on the right way or not, so if that's something that annoys you, I do apologise. Hopefully I've got it right, but just don't look too closely. How about that? There we go. So there we go. That is the request for UP4204. We'll get that running in just a second. Now, before the stream started, the Ugly Duckman sent a very generous super chat to say that he wasn't going to be here for the stream, but he did want to leave it a request. So when you watch this later, Ugly Duckman, thank you once again. He wanted to see this, which at the time I branded the cheapest diesel I'd ever seen. This is one of the Lima Blister range, I believe, and it cost me something like £25 brand new or something like that on Amazon, would you believe? So he wanted to see that. Let's just make sure this still works, because I bet this hasn't run for a good few months. There we go. Oh yes, very nice and smooth, that, very nice. Yeah, it seems a little bit slower than I remember, but it seems to run okay. And he wanted to see the Orient Express coaches run with that, which is always a pleasure to do. And of course, there's not a great choice of coach for these, because they've got what I suppose is the European style of coupling. So yes, it's had to be those. But that's okay, so let's see if I can get these in. It's always a bit weird putting these on, because they've, of course, the couplings, I'm not used to them. So yes, but we'll try and get them on. There we go. Okay, try and couple it to the loco, see if that's worked. Oh, it has. There we go. So I'll get that out of the way. There we are. And now I've got space to put on the last request, which of course was Shining Time 4s with the red coaches and the Class 29 and the Class 35. So you'll have to bear with me a sec. I've got some red coaches out already, I think, so we can do that. Let's put those on. And then it's going to be a case... Ooh, blimey. It never fails to surprise me hearing a giant cow mooing. William Town, once again, thank you so much. What did he say? Let me scroll down, I missed it, it went off the screen a bit too fast. The P-class I requested is after Speisels or Gorskast. I'm sorry about the pronunciation there, that was dreadful. I kind of said that jokingly because I know I wasn't going to be able to say that. Toy Town North. Okay, so that's how we say Toy Town in German, is it? Crikey. Yes, it will be. I will certainly get that done, William Town. And thank you once again for your very kind and generous donation. Thank you. Right, so finish off putting these red coaches on then. And, he's got a male coach as well. I forgot about that. And then it'll be a search for the 35, which I think that's the high mech, isn't it? Is it a Class 35? Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Class 35 is the high mech. And the Class 29 is what I've always thought looks like a little tiny warship. So let me see if I can find those. Hopefully I can. I've got the little tiny warship already. So now I just need to find a high mech. Any high mech. Let me see if I can spot it. In fact, I think the high mech might be hidden away in another cupboard, so let me find that. This, I believe, is my Class 29. There you are. I'll leave that in shot for you so you can see it. And I'll run and see if I can find a high mech. Oh yes, I found two high mechs. but we'll go with the green one, just so that it matches the Class 29. And let's see how this goes then. So, which one's faster? So this is what I like to do when I double head. I put them both on the track like this. Put one there, and I always like to put the fastest one at the front, and I suppose that's what you're supposed to do, because it stops derailments. So then we turn it on. Oh, and you can see that's correct. The Class 29 is going a lot faster than the high mech. So let's couple those, couple to the coaches, send them forwards, and there we go. So that's that. Thank you very much for that. Out of shot, I will start the Lima Blister loco. It does have a name, of course, but I've forgotten what it is. And it will start the double header once again. So thank you very much for the awesome requests. Lots more requests still to come, of course, so we'll get to those. But for the time being, let's watch these go around and see how they get on. I do love that City Class / Western double header, though. That is such a good idea. Very much like that. Just look at that go. Let's see if we can't find the others. Where am I looking? Let's have a look on the multicam, see if we can't get them. Okay, so we've got the diesel double header coming now into the countryside. There we go. They look great together, don't they? Of course, quite similar sized diesels, those, so they seem to work quite well together. Let's see. There we go. Hopefully the old Lima's coming in there. So yeah, it's always nice to see what modern Lima locos look like, because of course we're all used to the old Lima stuff. And funnily enough, actually, the Western that I've got running, the diesel there in that double header, is also made by Lima, although many years ago, in the probably the 80s or 90s or something like that. Not 100% sure when that particular one came out, but yeah, it is also Lima, although it does have quite a different mechanism to the modern Lima Blister kid stuff. But there we go. Yes, quite enjoyable. Some great requests there. Thank you very much. I'll tell you what I'll do. In order to keep this interesting for you, I'm going to take down the other requests while the engines are still running. And that way you haven't got to sit and wait for me to write them down, because that's a bit dull, isn't it? I do enjoy the sound of wheels on rails, says Lightning Desk. Yeah, me too, actually. It's quite... with a quiet loco, it is very satisfying, isn't it, to hear a loco running along the track. Right, let's have a look then. So, Steam Traction Spotter was next. He wanted to see a Merchant Navy plus some green coaches. So the green coaches can be anything, but I'll probably choose some southern coaches. That makes a bit more sense, doesn't it? Now, Edward the Rad has been very generous. So, Edward the Rad, he wanted to see a T9. Ooh, with a high-speed express. That'll be interesting. I don't know how fast my T9s are capable of going, but I'll certainly thrash it for you, so thank you for that. UniKitKat. Ooh, that's a new username. Don't remember seeing that one before. He says, Happy Christmas, Sam. Well, first of all, thank you so much for the generous tip. I do appreciate that. And second of all, Merry Christmas to you too. Hope you really do have a good time. Right. Oh, interesting. So, Mayo Hosco. I must have missed this one somehow. Or perhaps I didn't. Right, yeah, Props didn't read the last bit. He says, I would love to see Mallard pulling some American box vans. Thank you for the live stream, Sam. Oh, that is my pleasure. So there we are, Mallard, box vans. Thank you for the interesting idea. I started off by running A4s with just freight and goods, but now we're going to be running it with American freight and goods. So I suppose that is yet another step in the direction of being entirely sacrilegious. So I do enjoy that. That is excellent. And I suppose anything that annoys people that take this hobby too seriously is good by me. Edward the Rad, once again, thank you so much. Oh, he says Laserjet's here, and also Merry Christmas. Oh, I haven't seen Laser. I'll have to come and look out for him in a second. But if you are there, Laser, welcome. Welcome to the Christmas stream. These engines aren't very Christmassy that we're running at the moment. I suppose what I ought to do is prepare some sort of Christmas hat that I can put onto any engine. Yeah, I don't know how that would go, but I quite like that idea. Yeah, could make little blue tack little hats onto engines and things. Too late now, of course, but I could do that at some point. Right, let's bring those to a pause then. There we go. Very lovely. So thank you to everybody for those. I do enjoy running requests as always. It's always fascinating to see what people come up with. And again, I don't think I've ever thought to double head a high mech and a class 29 together before. So yeah, quite interesting that. And yes, it's always nice to have firsts on a live stream. So let's have a look. What else did I want to do? Right, so very, very final call to enter for Boris. We're going to be going for a break in just 1 second, and then we are going to be doing the giveaway. So what I'll do is, just to give people one last chance, I will go and clear the line. And then I've got this wad of papers. I'm going to be going through the list of people that have sent me tip today, and I'll be adding their names to this monstrous object, which is the Santa's Express. Certainly not the Hornby one, as you could say. And inside there, oh, you can probably see them actually. They've all fallen to the bottom. But yeah, believe me, everybody's names are in there, and there's an awful lot when you look at them like that. But that is everybody's name who has entered for the Boris competition throughout the series. So we'll be drawing one of those after the break, and that is going to be very, very awesome. So good luck in advance to everybody. Right, we'll just kill some time then and get these off. I won't set up the next lot of requests just yet. I'll probably do that in the break as well, once I've had time to scribble down everybody's name. Depending on how much time I've got left, of course. But for now, yeah, let's just move these out the way, ready for the next lot. So yes, let me know in the chat what has been your favourite train today. Of course, don't forget all of the other trains I ran earlier on. I think for me so far, the food train with all of the cookies and the shortbreads and chocolate bars and things has to be my favourite. For obvious reasons, of course. And by the way, I will be doing more food train related videos later on. I think I did something similar last Christmas. So yes, I quite like the idea of chocolate trains and things. So if you enjoy chocolate trains, keep an eye on the channel, and I'll be doing more of that sort of thing because it is fun. So yes, always good fun that. But yeah, I don't know why, I don't know how I got that idea, because it is a sort of borderline ludicrous, isn't it? But yeah, it's I suppose it's that idea of having a train set up in your living room or something, and you can use it to bring family members chocolates and things at Christmas time. I've always loved that idea. I'd love to be able to do that. Right, the line is clear, so we're going to go ahead and have that little break. I will say good luck to everybody that's entered, and also thank you to everybody that's entered. I'll be back in just 2 minutes then, or maybe a little more. But don't go anywhere. Go and get yourself a cup of tea or something like that, or a gold bar, who knows, if you're in the mood for one of those. I'll be back in just a few minutes. Alright, cheers everybody. The audio sounds okay. Something just went off with the microphone, so do let me know in the chat if there's anything up. Anyway, welcome back. We've been very, very Christmassy today, running all sorts of Christmas trains and things around the layout, which has been a lot of fun. And there's more of that to come, by the way. I've got loads more trains to run, requests and things, so stay tuned for that. But now we are ready to make the prize draw. Now, don't worry, Train Fan 28, I got you just at the last moment there. In fact, let me add all of these. Some people still sent some super chats during the break, and that's okay, I managed to get you. So here's all of the new ones that have signed in today with a new entry. So there we go. We shake those up so they're not all stuck together, and just to make sure they are mixed in fairly with the rest of the stuff, we'll give this a really good shake, and I will get ready to draw the winner of Boris. Now, I'm going to draw the winner right now. Just basically what to do if you do win, you must contact me before Sunday, and there's some basically quite specific instructions to follow. So I apologise for this, but it's just making sure it gets to the right person. So the first thing to do if you win is leave a comment below, not in the chat, but actually in the comments below, using the account you used to enter. And include the first 5 letters of your email address, right? And that's so that I know that it's you, basically. And then after that, send me an email using that email address to include your address and whatnot. Let me know the postage address of you, wherever you are in the world, it doesn't matter. And then I'll know that it's you. So by knowing the first 5 letters of your email address, I'll know that it's not just some random person contacting me and trying to steal the prize from you. So yeah, that's all you need to do. And I'll post it to you, and hopefully, with a bit of luck, if Royal Mail or whatever courier I have to use pulls their weight, hopefully you'll get it before Christmas. Right, I think that's been thoroughly shaken. Yes, it all looks nicely mixed up. So there we go. Those are all the entries inside there. I'm not going to be looking now in case I see any names and get accused of cheating. So I'm going to do a little mix around, just make sure I'm digging right down to the bottom, and we will grab a name. What I think I might also do is I'll pick a runner-up as well. Nothing will happen for the runner-up, it's just, you know, in case the winner doesn't claim the prize, I'll know who to send it to if not. So, the winner then, here we go, I've got one, is, oh, don't drop the box, it's Lewis Hughes. I don't know if you can see that, but just to prove that it's Lewis Hughes, let's go to one of the other cameras and just demonstrate. So, Lewis Hughes, I can't remember what you said in your super chat message. Hang on. Honestly, you need to show the camera that you're using. Here we go. Mind you, these cameras don't focus very well either. But here we go. Well done, Lewis Hughes. Thank you very much for your support, Lewis, and I hope you enjoy having Boris on your layout. And be sure to send me a photo once you get him. So yeah, Lewis, send me a comment in the description of this stream if you can, or whenever you can. You should be able to later on once it's over. And include the first 5 letters of your email address. Then use that email address to email me your home address, and I will get Boris and the certificate in the post. So thank you very much to everybody that's entered. I will just draw a reserve. Don't get all excited, whoever this person is, but if Lewis Hughes for some reason doesn't get in touch, then I will be contacting you. Michael Aldred, there we go. So Michael, I think I'll have your email address, so if Lewis doesn't get in touch by Sunday night, look out for an email from me, and you might, there's about a 2% chance, if Lewis doesn't get in touch, you might end up winning Bullman. So thank you to everybody that's entered. I really do appreciate all of the support. To everyone else that sadly didn't win, firstly I apologise. I would love to give a prize to everybody if I could, but to say thank you just for being here and you know, being part of the competition and whatnot, or even if you didn't enter, I am going to be giving you, just for today only, 20% discount on my merch store. You need to use the Sam'sTrains discount code. There's a link below for the merchandise store, and yeah, get yourself an extra Christmas present if you fancy it. We've got the mugs, of course, and the t-shirts, which I've worn in previous streams, and there's a few other bits and bobs. So if you fancy any of that, 20% off is quite a reasonable discount. You can get yourself something quite nice and also support this channel while you do so. So there we go, that is the competition. Once again, a massive thank you to everybody who's entered, and I ought to also, while that promo code is still on the screen, I also ought to go through and thank everybody who sent in a super chat for today. And there are quite a lot of you. It's quite unbelievable. So once again, thank you to all of these people. So the Ugly Duckman, Katusov, Shining Time 4, Edward the Rad, AZ Rail, the Imperial Diamond Spinosaurus, Steam Traction Spotter, Mayo Hosco's Lego with Spider-Man and Elsa 2. What a username that is. Mr. T. Revel, whose birthday it is today, by the way. Happy birthday once again. MDH Games, William Town, Edward the Rad once again, Logan R, Waffle Traeger, Alf E100, I think I said that right, probably not though. Timsy Tanker, Siobhan Doyle, Matt Ovell, Railroad Trucker, Charles Curtis, William Town, Uni Kit Kat, Trainfan28, and also Waffentraeger Alf E100 once again. So there you go, thank you very much all for that. Let's get that off the screen now and see what I'm going to be talking about next. Right, let's get on then with some more requests. So I've already set up 2 of them. I had time once I'd written out all of those labels to set up 2. So we've got Steam Traction Spotters on the outside line there. That was the Merchant Navy with the green coaches. I've decided to mix and match and put all kinds of different green coaches on there. So see if you can spot something unusual about that train as well. I've done something deliberately quite odd with that, and it might not be obvious right now, but once it gets running, I'm sure you'll see it. And then Edward the Rad's request to see the T9 running at high speed is on the middle line. Now, I've put those really annoying Bachmann Southern coaches on, which with hindsight I think is a very bad idea, because last time I ran those during a live stream, they did all kinds of derailing, and I've got a nasty feeling that they're going to do that again today, especially if I run that T9 at speed. So yes, I have a very, very bad feeling about that, but who knows, people always seem to enjoy seeing disasters and things on live streams, so we'll have to see, and maybe, who knows, it won't happen. And then also, of course, I've got Mayo's Hosco Mallard with box fans, which is going to be very interesting. So I'll get to that in just a second. Ollie Turf, thank you very, very much once again. I don't recall seeing you pop up on the screen, which is a bit concerning, but hopefully you will. No doubt as soon as I finish talking about it, you'll pop up. But Ollie Turf, thank you once again for the very kind support. F. Why is people saying F? You put the wrong tender with Bibby line, well spotted. What's going on with F? Why is everybody putting F? Was it something to do with this? What's happened? You put the right, let's see. Everybody in the chat is saying F. What is going on? Somebody explain, somebody explain. I'm sorry, Mark, yes, it is the wrong tender. You can probably just see that there. Well done for everyone else who spotted it. Anyway, let's get to the bottom of this weird situation. Suddenly everyone in the chat has been putting F. That's really weird. And Harry Todd Hunter's done it as well. Can I have a shout out, please, says Sam'sTrains recap. Yeah, of course you can. I'm just having a bit of a brainstorm at the moment. I don't know what's going on. Is it like a prank? I don't know. What's going on? Someone's joke. Okay, it's unexplained. I thought there was something wrong with the sound and you could just hear the letter F or something. Okay, as long as that isn't true. Honestly, you lot, you're crazy. F for respect. Oh, I see. Yeah, I remember that. Edward the Rad. Okay, thank you very much. And F means R.I.P. Yeah, I never did understand that. Well, I'm not trying to be insensitive if that's what it means. Anyway, let's get to it then. Let's see if we can get Mallard to run with some boxcars. And that's going to be interesting, to say the least, because obviously Mallard has British couplings. But we shall try. Oh, I've got to miss something. T9, you back up out of the way while I go and see what that was. It was, once again, Roffenträger Ulf E100. F means rip. Oh yes, I saw that. Thank you very much for letting me know. Who are we saying resting in peace to, if I might ask? And who was that? Was that the other one I read? I think I did. Yes, F for respect. Oh, okay. Oh, who are we saying F for respect for? I mean, if somebody's ill or dead, let me know and I can talk about it. Pay respects and whatnot. Anyway, okay, let me grab Mallard. I tell you what, for a treat, since it's the Christmas special and we're supposed to be generous at this time of year, I'll get my super precious Hornby Mallard out onto the track and we'll give her a try with the American boxcars. I suppose it is a bit insulting making Mallard pull American boxcars. Not that there's anything wrong with American boxcars, it's just the fact that she's obviously a very famous locomotive and I suppose they're not known for pulling freight, rolling stock and that sort of thing. However, someone was telling me earlier this week that in fact in real life the A4s during the end of the BR era or perhaps even during wartime they would have hauled freight from time to time. So yeah, perhaps it's not quite as strange as we think. Oh, sorry about that. I haven't been coughing for days and suddenly it's come back. I suppose it's just me using my voice. Okay. So, let us try and couple all of these together. Oh, we've got another bull noise. I love how often the Bullman noise comes up as opposed to all the others. Lewis Hughes, Merry Christmas. Oh, okay. And who was that? Edward the Rad. Well, okay, yeah, Lewis Hughes, Merry Christmas. There we go. Don't know what that means. Is that somebody... That's not the person that's died, is it? Oh, I hope not. Anyway, I'm sure it's not. Lewis Hughes has won the competition, so I hope he hasn't died. That would be quite unfortunate and also very scary if I pulled his name out of the box and it was him that's won. Right, so I've got some of these American boxcars, which, by the way, some of them are a little bit, dare I say it, a little bit on the cheap and nasty side. So I am hoping that these aren't going to derail or anything. And also I've got a slight mix and match with the couplings that I'm putting on these. So yeah, this is probably not going to end well. But I know a lot of people will be pleased to hear that because it is fun, I suppose, to see things go wrong and see me having to charge around here like a headless chicken. Right, one of these has missing a coupling. So I'll have to couple those together and put this one here has got no coupling on that end for some reason. So I'll have to pop that one at the back of the train. So just excuse me while I cover up the camera there. Oh, this is going to be interesting, isn't it? This is going to be really interesting to see Mallard pull these. Okay, and then I've got two different couplings here which I'm hoping are going to interact. Oh, who was that? Let me go and see. Who was mooing at me? It was Alan Barker. Oh, Alan, crikey. Blimey, is that real? Right, it's about time I thanked you properly for all the awesome videos. Would love to see some more manufacturer comparison videos. Alan, I don't know what to say to that. That is crazy. You mustn't send that kind of money. But wow, thank you so much, Alan. That is very, very kind of you. And yes, for that, I will certainly try and do some more manufacturer comparison videos. In fact, Alan, send me a comment in the description and let me know what you'd like to see compared. And if it's within my power, if they're locos that I've got and it would make a good video, I will certainly do that for you in the new year. Thank you once again, Alan. That is crazy. Blimey, I'm a bit lost for words on that. That is crazy. Don't anybody else do that, by the way. It's not worth sending crazy amounts of money into me. Alan, thank you. That is very kind of you. Right, let me see if I can fix this coupling issue then. I'm sure I have had these types of coupling coupled together before, but if I can't do it, I might end up having to change this. Tell you what, I'll take this creamy coloured one out. And we'll try and do this because the coupling on this one is a bit more exposed. Okay, see if I can do it. Hopefully I can. Ooh, it's not looking good. I don't know what I'll do if this won't couple together. I'm certain I've had it done before. Thank you, whoever that was. I'll come and have a look at that in just 1 second. I'll tell you what, I'm going to need a little screwdriver, I think, to put those together. I'll try that. Right, slight technical difficulties here. William Town. Oh, once again, William, blimey. Oh, how I wish for soothing rain. All I wish is to dream again. My loving heart lost in the dark. For hope I'd give my anything. My everything even. Wow, that's very poetic of you, William Town. I don't believe I've ever had song lyrics in Super Chats before. Well, I guess, thank you very much. Thank you for that. I guess you wanted me to read that out. So there we go, I did do. Right. I don't know what I'm going to do if I can't do this, because it's going to be a bit awkward just having... Oh, I've done it. Right, I'm not going to touch that again because it seems to have coupled. Right, now, if this comes uncoupled again, I'm going to have to just give it up as a bad job. So cross your fingers. Let me go and see who that whistle was, and then we'll try this. So there's lots of dangerous things about to happen on this railway. Not only have we got the dangerous rolling stock, but we've also got the T9 with the dangerous coaches, which might derail. Edward the Rad. Alan is like Ellen Pigar. Pegger? Also, Merry Christmas, Sam. Thank you. Yeah, he is. Right, let's get this going. Oh man, I've got a bad feeling about this. Okay, Mallard, off you go first. If it makes one lap with these coaches still coupled, I will be amazed. Or wagons, I should say. So I'm going to keep that nice and slow. We've got Merchant Navy, so we'll get that going. I always tend to run Canadian Pacific. I know, sorry Mark. So I've got Bibby Line on the line. And a little bit faster than normal because it was asked that it would be an express train. We have the T9 with some green Southern coaches. So I'm going to actually keep an eye on that T9 to start with, because I think that is the one that's going to have an accident, if any. And Nirate, oh, thank you very much. Leave someone else chose what to run for this. May the best choice win. Oh, I see. Okay, thank you very much, Nirate. Yeah, we'll have to see what happens. So, Edward the Rad once again. Hey, the coaches have done all right. Let's see how Mallard is. Nirate, thank you very much for that, and also, oh, Pegler, yes, there we go. I thought the name sounded familiar, but I couldn't quite place it. That was me pretending I knew what you were talking about there. Sometimes do that if somebody says something I've got no clue what it means. Okay. Oh. I told you, didn't I? I called it. It didn't happen on the first lap. Oh well, can't do anything about it. Let's just watch, see what happens. Oh goodness. It's going to hit the points. Oh, right. Well, I don't know if you heard that on the mic, but there was a very, very heavily derailed sound effect coming from that train, but obviously it was purely just a sound effect because it's fine. Right, let's keep an eye on that. Let's see if it happens again. Listen. No, we got away with it that time. What is going on? What is going on with those coaches? Intermittent faults, folks. Intermittent faults. The most annoying thing. And here's a good look at that Bibby line with the mismatched tender. I quite enjoy doing things like that. I suppose that sort of thing might have happened during times of austerity, you know, when there wasn't a lot of money and they just had to grab whatever they could. So yeah, quite enjoy doing that. I don't know how realistic that particular example would be. Not very, I imagine, because BR Blue wasn't really a thing, was it? Not very often. But yeah, there we go. Absolutely love that. Thank you very much for those requests. And amazingly, old Mallard has managed to stay on the track with the boxcars, so that's crazy. Roseman Chester Buxton says, thanks for showing Geraint's, am I saying that right, by the way? Geraint, is it? Picture, he is chuffed. Oh, well, that's good to hear. Tell him thank you very much for sending it. I do love it when people send me in drawings that they've done themselves. It's always very special. Right, let me reverse Mallard back because I don't want to tempt fate and send her around again. There we go. Oh, those backman coaches have come off again. Oh, we're in the lap of the gods now. Well, I suppose I can. No, I won't slow it down actually. If it explodes everywhere, I guess that's just what's going to be. Hopefully it'll re-rail itself. Yeah, that's what it was doing the other week actually, isn't it? Oh, Bullman, I'm coming. Let me stop these engines first, go and see who that was, and then we'll get on to the rest. Oh, I love these requests, always a lot of fun, especially when we get some southern stuff. I reckon people are kind and they know I like the southern stuff and they keep choosing it to run. Last one, Merry Christmas. Edward the Rad, you need to save some of your money. Thank you so much for that, but I'm starting to feel guilty now. But yes, thank you very, very much, and you have a very Merry Christmas as well. You do believe it. You do deserve it, in fact. I don't know why I said that. Right, okay, let's get these off and I will find out who is next. Right, I tell you what, I might as well put these box cars back away. Right, you're going to have to watch me packing this box under pressure then. So this is my converter car. This is how I got the Mallard to couple, by the way. It's got a triangle coupling on that end and the, well, knuckle style coupling sort of thing on that end. So yeah, that's how that works. It's quite handy, that. Very handy indeed. So let's put these in. I bought these from a train fair. You remember that big crate of rolling stock that I bought from a train fair once for like a really, really low price? Yes, that was part of that lot. So that was quite good. Quite a good day, that. I don't use them very often, but I tell you what, ooh, I have got something to show you lot that you're going to like. Well, I hope you like it. Right, let me get these out of the way and I'll show you. Ooh, you're going to like this, especially any American viewers out there, and I know there are a few. I forgot about this, and I haven't really got time to show you, but I'm going to show you nonetheless because I think you'll like it. Right, here we go. Ooh, I'm excited about this now. Ooh, here we go. Right, let me have a drink. You're going to like these. Well, I like them. Okay, here we go. Look at what I bought. Now, like I say, I shouldn't be buying these things because I've spent too much already. But remember I was talking about Mahano the other week and I bought a Mahano Pacific? Well, I bought some more Mahano stuff. Look at this. So this is a 440, you know how much I like them. Now at this stage I don't know much about this one. I haven't been able to research it yet. When I do a review I eventually will do. But this is a Baltimore and Ohio 440, it's number 822 if anybody knows more about it. It's a 440 and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's a beautiful model, really, really nicely made. It's got a fantastic mechanism. I'm thinking of upgrading the motor to a 5-pole one, but apart from that, it's got a light in the front, it's got a speaker in the tender which was inexplicably wired up to the track so that when you run it, it makes a meh sound effect. So I've cut the wires to that, but it's got tender pickups and everything, and it cost me about 50 quid or something like that from America. It's come all the way from America in the post. So that was one, and the other one I think is even nicer still. It's the same thing. I think it's also Baltimore and Ohio Railroad. Look at this. I'm trying to show you properly. I'm getting my fingers in the way at the moment. Look at the paint job on that thing. Absolutely incredible. So that one's a 260. It is a steam locomotive as far as I can tell, but it's really unusual looking, which is what drew me to it. Just look at that. Number 956, if anyone wants to look that one up. Absolutely fantastic. And again, it's such a good runner. In fact, come on, let me show you this one. We'll give it a quick run. I'm going to review it properly at some point, of course, but I'm too excited not to run it now, so let's do it. I won't run it round, I'll just show you it on this straight here at the front. Ooh, what was that? Let me go and see. Hang on, Mr. Baltimore and Ohio, I'll be right back. Mads Oland donated DKK20. I don't know what that currency is. Anybody know? Either way, thank you so much for that, Mads. That is very, very kind of you. Yes, thank you. And Mark says, cheers, Mads. Yes, there we go. Galloping sausages, said Harry Todd Hunter. Blimey, there's some interesting things happening in the chat. Oh, Edward the Rad says, nice camelback. Is it known as a camelback? Is that what it is? Yeah, like I say, it's a bit bad really, isn't it? Just to see something and buy it because you like it. Yeah, I got those Mahano Pacifics, I saw how good they were, and I thought, you know what, I really do like American locos. Mahano, although they're not the most detailed in the world, they seem like really, really well built models, and indeed they are. So I bought two of them. I think it cost me, it works out at £60 each, except the postage was £15 and the import tax was about £15 as well. So £30 of the 120 I paid was postage, but either way, 60 quid for a decent loco is not bad, and I've got the wrong controller. But look at this. Can you hear nothing? That's because it's absolutely silent. It is a silent runner. It's even better than the Pacifics. I didn't think it would be. I think they are new, or in as new condition, except this one just came in a different box. It had the wrong box. But to be honest with you, that is not a problem to me, really. It's absolutely fantastic. And I've had them apart and serviced them. Really lovely, and also really simple mechanisms, which makes a big difference. I think a lot of models these days, DJM, oh dear, are a little bit over-engineered. But these certainly aren't. These are good and simple, and they run just beautifully for it. So there you go, just a little sneak preview. I'm going to be running that a little bit more in the new year, I hope. And also the good news is now I've got plenty of locos left in order to do a good American running session. So that's going to be exciting. So look out for that if you're American, or if you like American steam locos and things. I now have enough to do a proper American running session, which people have asked me to do for years, really. Ever since I've started, people are saying, do American running sessions. So yes, not only can I do that, but I'm really, really excited about doing it as well, especially now I've discovered Mahano. So yeah, if anybody knows of any other American brands which are really good quality, but also not all that expensive, like Mahano, do let me know, because I've fallen in love with the brand, really. I'm trying not to buy any more, truth be known, because it's going to leave me broke, isn't it? But yeah, really, really unbelievably happy with those. When they came, I was super excited. Of course, coming from America, they took a very long time to arrive. It was a good month in the post, but yes, it was worth the wait, I think. And Edward the Rad, once again, come on, man, come on, you need to stop. This is getting too much. Bless you, though. Thank you very much. Jonathan and Apples, I was told to say that. Also, Merry Christmas. Jonathan and Apples. What on earth does that mean? Well, Jonathan and his apples, if that isn't a rude phrase, will be very pleased that he got himself a shout out. So there we go. Right, let me look up these next few requests then. Let's have a look. Hey, whatever's coming next, it's going to be exciting to find out. Right, let me reload this page just in case I've missed some, and we'll get this lot going. Oh, again, I think I said this last week, the internet seems quite slow, but obviously that's probably just because I'm streaming and this PC is stretched to capacity. Right, let's go and look. So let's have a look. What was the last one I did? Blimey, there's quite a lot to do here. Right, so Mr. Tita Revel was the next one. Oh yes, no, he was sorted already, because he's one of my engineers. So 7F with Campac. That's what Mark wanted, and he's my mod, so I'll let him have that, I think. Mark, yeah, I remember that's you. William Town wanted to see the SECR green P-Class. Oh right, okay, he's got quite a specific set of requirements for this. So it wants one four-wheeled coach, one box wagon. He hasn't said which one, so I guess I can choose that. 2 ocean wagons, and a brake van. Yes, it would be a pleasure and a doddle. I will do that for you. And okay, let's see. It's Harvey. Oh yes, and Harvey wanted to see a TTS King Class. Right, so the only problem that is going to present is that if I plug it into my DCC controller, that should work fine, except I won't remember, I don't think, what number he is. So we're going to have to, what I might do is just reprogram him, and worry about that later on. Just reprogram him to number 3 or something like that, and then I'll know. Okay, let's get to that. I will say now that will have to be it for requests for today. Thank you very much to everyone who sent them. I mean, I'm going to fulfill all the ones I've got, obviously, but don't send any more. That's what I'm saying, because otherwise I might not be able to get to them. Right, let's head down to the front then, and let me make sure the camera changed. Yes, it did, and we will get some of these sorted. So, Mark, bless him, he does love his Canadian Pacific, and he does a lot of hard work for me in the mod. So, yes, I'm going to do this. So, there we have Canadian Pacific, which will have to go at the front, obviously, because she's got no front coupling. So 7F has no choice other than to go behind her, but that's all right. Very luckily, I've already got Canadian Pacific's tender out, so that's not a problem. There we go. On there, did he say what rolling stock, by the way? No, I don't think so. So I'll just put something that I've got to hand, just in the interest of time. Okay, sorry if I keep standing in the way, by the way. I'm just reaching over to grab the 7F, which very luckily does have a front coupling. I suppose Mark will have known that, because I think I have double-headed these before, in fact. So that's all right. Shall we keep going with the... oops, something's off, or I haven't put something on properly. Yeah, there we go. It was the back pony of Merchant Navy. Yeah, we'll keep going with the ambulance train coaches, because they're quite popular things, actually, and I really like them too, so yes, why not? And they've also got the backman couplings, which makes them good and reliable, won't derail or anything like that. So let's move that out of the way. There we are. Oops, honestly, what am I like for grabbing the wrong controller? Okay, so next we have Williamtown. Oh yes, the Hattons P-Class. Quite a Christmassy looking engine, I would say, actually, given that this is a Christmas stream, so that's not bad. I've just got to find it, of course. That's always taking me a little while. There it is. Couldn't see it for a moment there. I was getting panicky. It's one of those locos that you would genuinely be heartbroken about if somebody'd stolen it. Right, so there we go. Okay, so we need to try and get this right. The one four-wheeled wagon, so let me just crawl over and grab one of those. We're Christmassy today, so I'll put the ice blue one on. There it is. We also want one box wagon and two ocean wagons. Okay, let's grab, let's say, a southern livestock wagon. There we go. Southern region, of course, so it's roughly correct for the SECR. Two ocean wagons and a brake. So excuse me for a second while I just go over to the cabinets. I'll grab two ocean wagons, and let's go with a Southern Railway brake van if I can spot it in time. Yes, I can see it. Okay, so that's a very specific consist. You'll have to let us know if we've got it, if I've got it right. I hope I have. Okay, so it was the four-wheeled coach first, I think, then the box van. There we go. Then the two ocean wagons next. Oh, this is a lovely little train. It's going to look great. And the Southern Railways brake van. Perfect length for the little P-Class. So that's going to be great. Also, we need the Hornby TTS King Class, and I ought to have put that on the outside line, really, but not to worry. So first things first, I'm going to hook up the DCC Select. So let me pull my microphone wire towards me. Here is the Select. Let's put it into the controller first, shall we? Oh dear, this is a bit of a faff. Okay. Oops. Right, I don't know if you could see this. I suppose you might see a bit of it. I'll just sort of put it there. There we are. Okay. Has anybody got any idea? Anybody that sort of watches closely everything I do? Anybody got any idea what number my King Class is? Yeah, I have no idea really. Right, let me find it. Where are you, King Class? It's King something, isn't it? British monarch, King George I. There we are. Yep. Being very careful with this one because I'm conscious that it is quite a fragile thing. So there we go. And what I'm going to do is I could go through all the numbers and try and find out which number is correct for the King, but that would take a long time, so I'm just going to be naughty and reprogram it to number 3. So how do we reprogram on the Select? Let's see if I can remember. Number 3, please. Hey, the sound's come on without me doing anything. Okay, slightly creeped out by that. There we go. Stop, don't go over my mic wire. Okay, it's actually very good and responsive on the Select compared with the, compared with Railmaster, I suppose. Right, I think, did he say what rolling stock? I don't believe so. So we'll put some Pullmans on with that. I think that would be really nice. So there we go, there's some Pullmans. Yes, he just wanted to see the TTS King Class. So that is okay, I can do that, no problem. Let me just move the P Class out of the way. I would hate to accidentally rip a bit of that off, putting another coach on. So there we are, a couple of these coaches then, Pullman coaches. Yeah, she does look great. She looks great, to be fair, with any coaches, but especially Pullman ones, I think. So, oh, hang on, no, I've not put that on right. I could have left that, and maybe it would have been alright, but I don't want to risk it particularly. Okay, his coupling hook appears to be missing as the king class. That's not good. Oh, come on. Couple. Right, where's my screwdriver? Yeah, I didn't realise that. Its coupling hook is missing. That isn't good. Yeah, that's going to come off, that is. Okay, 1 second. I need to find another NEM coupling for this. So I've just pulled that one out. I'll nip over to my parts bin and hopefully I've got another one to spare, to hand even. Yes, I've always got an NEM coupling to hand, especially for a live stream, just because, you know, you never know what you're going to need. So let's try and get that in the slot. There we are. Hey, what about that, for a quick fix? That was very efficient, wasn't it? It's a good job too. Okay, we've got the sound back on again, so that's a good sign. Everything's working. Okay, now hopefully they will couple and stay. Yes. Right, go on then, king class. How do we do functions? Let's see I can remember. Oh no, I've switched the sound off. Not the desired effect. There we go. So then maybe 2 is the whistle then. No, maybe not. Oh, there we go. We got a whistle. So with that, let's start that off then at a medium speed. Oh yes, I do love the kings. And of course the P class. There we go. Lovely, lovely P class there. And the double header, Mark's double header. The 7F and Merchant Navy class. Canadian Pacific, of course. So there we go. You guys watch those run and I will just have a double check whether there are any more requests still to go. Don't want to miss anybody out, of course. With it being the last stream, I would hate to you know, finish and still have some outstanding requests to do. So we will take a look and see. So the last one was, let's see, the last one was the TTS King class. Okay. So Waffenträger wanted to see the Bachmann class 25. 25. Oh, is that what he's asking for Christmas? Possibly it is. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Services for free. No, I don't service for free, unfortunately, but I do offer good prices. Waffenträger. There you go. Let's see. No, can't see any more. Yeah, I think that's it. So I will do the class 25 for you, Waffenträger. I don't know whether that's what you're asking me to do. I think I have a feeling you were just saying that's what you're asking for Christmas. However, since you've been so generous and sent so many lovely super chats today, I will run that for you anyway. Just before we go, blimey, this has been a long stream today, but that's all right. We can do a bit of bonus time now that it's Christmas. My goodness, that king class is going very, very quick. I only set it to half speed. In fact, you would have seen that I did. But yeah. Hello. It's going incredibly quick, really. Don't know why. This is quite a fast loco, that one though. It always tends to go quick. And there we have the beautiful double header of the Merchant Navy and the 7F, of course. Absolutely love those. There we go. Let's give you another wave. And then we've got the P class. Mustn't forget the P class. Such a good runner, by the way. And another thing, I've had my grey P class apart now. I stripped it apart to service it in December. Yes, it was December. It wasn't long ago. And the mechanism inside is absolutely astonishing, just as good as on the outside. You know, the thing is beautifully designed through and through. So I thought I'd say that because I've not really been able to say much about the mechanism, but sure enough, the mechanism is astounding inside them. Nice and easy to service. The only problem I had was getting the brake rigging off, which seemed to be stuck in place because of the paint. Obviously, it looked as though the brake rigging was applied and then painted. And the paint sort of glued it in place, which meant that you just had to be a little bit forceful with it, getting the brake rigging off. But apart from that, it was fine. It was fine. And once it was off, that was the most difficult part sorted. Okay, let's bring the 7F back, and the Merchant Navy, of course. We will stop the P class there, and I will whip that off and get the Bachmann class 25 on there briefly. There we are. Stop the king, which was going so fast. I'm sure we'll make another lap around the layout before it finishes. And yes, I will search for my Bachmann class 25 and I will pop it on for you. Here it is. So if this is what you're getting for Christmas, by the way, that is going to be a very good Christmas, because these are very good runners. I suppose the only criticism with mine is that it doesn't have any lights, but I have a feeling that later versions may have done. But mine doesn't, but regardless of that, it is a great runner. So let's get this going. There's a bit of hot glue stuck to the side of it, and goodness knows how that's managed to happen. Go on then, a lap of honour for the Bachmann Class 25. You've got a special run now because he's on his own. So no other engine to spoil the view. There we go. A lap of honour for the Bachmann Class 25. What a funny engine to finish with, eh? So yeah, as you can see, no lights on that at all. But apart from that, it's not bad at all. It was very cheap as well. It was very, very cheap. It didn't cost me much. I'm not saying they're cheap models. I'm sure they would have been very expensive brand new. But I bought it from a train fair, I think. And it wasn't a lot. We're talking 40 or 50 quid for it. Something really silly like that. So why it was so cheap, I don't know. I can't remember if it was 40. It was probably more like 50. But even 50 quid for an all-wheel drive, all-wheel pickup diesel isn't bad, is it? And as you can tell, it's running really nicely. Obviously, a consist like this isn't really demonstrating how much it can haul, but it is a good heavy engine. So yes, Woffentinga, or whatever, whoever it was. Sorry about that, I'm terrible with pronunciation. Yes, if you do get one for Christmas, oops, oh blimey, what happened there? Oh, I tell you what. Oh, I was going to say, I think I found the coupling hook for the King class, but I think that's just come off the Bachmann Class 25. So yeah, apart from the derailment on my points, yes, they are great models. So if you do get one of those for Christmas, I think you will really, really enjoy it. But for now though, folks, that will just about do it for the final stream in this series. I apologise that the old King class is still steaming away over there. But yeah, hopefully you won't be able to hear him too badly. That is going to do it. I've really, really enjoyed this series. I hope everybody enjoyed it as well, as much as I did. Congratulations, of course, to Lewis Hughes, who did win Boris here. So please do get in touch with me if you haven't already, Lewis, and we will sort that out and I'll get him posted over to you. But for now, folks, thank you everybody that has supported, not just in this episode, but for everyone. Thank you for all the requests. I hope you've had a wonderful time, as I say, and I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas. There's plenty more videos coming from me this year, lots more to see in that regard, and hopefully getting an exciting new model coming next week if we're very lucky, and I'll be reviewing that if I get time. If I don't get time, we'll be doing, let's see, another running session with some locos in fact, I won't say any more about that. It's going to be a running session tomorrow. Monday, I'm getting the Wren slot cars out again. I know people enjoyed seeing that, so I'm going to be building another layout with the Wren slot cars. If you don't know what those are, they're these 1960 slots cars. Absolutely love them. They really are good little things. And then finally on Wednesday, let's see, I'm going to be doing another running session, this time with your favourite locos. However, bear in mind, if this brand new Hornby loco does come out in the meantime, I will probably do that on Wednesday, time permitting. Anyway, once again, thank you very, very much. Let's say some final goodbyes, and then that will be it. So, China, says Milo McQuinn. What do you mean, China? Well, I do like China. They produce a lot of good stuff, so I guess China's fine to say. Bye, great stream yet again, says Mallard the Duck. Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this one. It's always good at Christmas. Sam, when will the series return, says Adam Rushton. That is a good question. I will do what I did last year, I think, so I'll start another series sometime in February. Or thereabouts. So yes, that'll be good, hopefully. Merry Christmas all, says Waffentrager. Alf E100. Merry Christmas to you as well, and thank you in particular for all the support. And also to Alan Barker. Thank you very, very much. That is very generous of you. Okay, folks. Well, that will just about do it. This is the last time you will see me live this year, of course, unless you're a member of my engineers, and then you'll see me tomorrow, obviously. But as this is the last time I'm live, I wanted to say have a very happy Christmas, a very safe Christmas, of course, and a very happy New Year, and hopefully we'll all make it to the year 2019 safely. So once again, thank you everybody for the support you've given me this year and this stream, of course. I will be saying my proper thanks in a special video that's dedicated to you guys later on. But for now, I'm going to go and have some dinner now, I think, because I'm hungry. I've been hungry ever since we ran that food train. So yes, once again, thank you to everybody. Congratulations to Lewis for winning Boris, and I will see you all with a very new video tomorrow. Okay, take care everybody, and I will see you all very soon. Cheers everybody.
Well, thank you all for joining me for yet another episode of Sam's Trains Live. I really hope you all enjoyed it, and if you did, I'm going to be back with another episode next Friday night at 5 PM, so if you can, please feel free to join me there. But for now, thank you once again for watching. If you've got any ideas for future streams, do please let me have them in the comments, and I will see you all very, very soon. Alright, cheers everybody.